Hi everyone, it's your girl Matilda Williams Obiajima again, and as always I am super excited to be back here. Thank you so much for hitting that button to watch this video. You, my darlings, are the real MVPs. This is your special dance. Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing with you all a very interesting experience I had recently. But before we continue, let's give our new visitors to our channel and our old visitors that have been coming but are yet to hit the subscribe button the opportunity to please hit the subscribe button. If you don't hit the subscribe button, how can we grow this channel? Help my ministry, please. Oh yeah, go ahead, do it. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for hitting the subscribe button. Okay, so recently we noticed that our bills kept increasing. Guys, it seems the more money you make, the more the bills keeps coming at you. Like, it just keeps coming at you. Like, wait, seriously, like you find out that you need to keep working harder to keep up. Is it the same thing? Because nobody warned me. Like, nobody warned me that is how it's going to be. But anyways, recently we found out that our bills kept increasing, and you know, there was a need to have a constant source of income that my entrepreneurial journey was not affording me. Don't get me wrong. It's good to be an entrepreneur. It's great to have, you know, good ideas, great projects that you're working on with the hope that sometime, someday, they will yield huge success. But it's also good to have a means of sustenance while you're working on your dream projects. That's where you don't get burnt. And also, these great projects of yours will need funding for push, right? So without a constant source of income, how are you going to keep up? Like, how are you going to be able to, you know, maintain the, you know, the plan for those projects? So there is a need to have a constant source of income. You get the drift, right? You get it. Yes, you do. So guys, I decided to apply for a full-time job that, you know, every 2 weeks or every month I will get my salary, that kind of a thing. So I started reaching out to people to ask them, you know, ask them for the areas I was interested in. People around here will suggest based on, you know, jobs that are readily available, jobs that you can easily get and all that. And don't forget, I still have my side job that is based on commission, and that is not, you know, it's not a frequent source of income, has its ups and downs and all that. So I decided to go online. Online, we have some really good platforms for sourcing for jobs like Indeed, Craigslist, ZipRecruiter, and some other ones like that. But at first, I really didn't know exactly what I was looking for. Like, I know my strengths. I'm very good at putting together great events. I manage lots of social media accounts. I am good at fundraising and also working on non-profit projects. So I'm quite a handful. But in searching for a job, I need to narrow it down. So guys, I started applying for everything that has to be communications manager, marketing communications specialist. Every position that had communications as a name or a word in it, I would apply. Laugh out loud. But you see, by the time I had done my first phone interview with one company for the role of a communications manager, I realized that, hey Matilda, you will need to do some extra courses before you can qualify in the eyes of these employers. So I was just, you know, in between thinking of, what do I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? And then I bumped on this role on Indeed one good day like that. The role of the philanthropy director assistant for a non-profit, a very big non-profit. And guys, I looked at the whole description of the role, and everything there was just screaming, Matilda, Matilda, Matilda. Everything there was me and more. And I realized that I can comfortably fit into this and fill this role. Plus, I have done non-profit for 7 years and now. And guys, it just hit me that, bam, this is what I need. So tip number one, guys, to landing that very dream job that you really need to get is know what you're very good at. Identify the niche in the job market and go for it. You know that thing that you're good at, that when they wake you up in the middle of the night at any time, anywhere, you can speak confidently on that topic for hours without blinking your eyes. That is your niche. You will fare well on it, and landing a job in that area would never be a problem. So guys, I sent in my CV, did a cover letter, sent it in, and boom! 2 days later, I got a mail inviting me for a Zoom interview. Wow, that was fast. Tip number 2, guys, you need to research and understand the company organization you're applying to and what that body stands for. So aside from the fact that you're prepared to prove to them that you qualify for this role, you need to also research their company, research their website like your life depends on it, because 10 questions and just 1 out of 10 questions with the wrong answer can make you lose that position. So boom, I dove right into the website of this organization. I researched everything about them, their vision, their mission, their pride projects, the board members, their staff, because this company that I so desired to become part of, I needed to understand the things they do, how they work. And so that was all what I did. I went right in and was researching like my whole life depended on it. All my research prepared me for questions like, why do I want to work in the organization? Because even though a lot of people need money, which is why they're looking for jobs, interviewers will always ask you, why do you want to work in an organization? Why do you think you're a perfect fit for that role? So if you know everything or as much as you can about that organization or company, you can tie them both together and deliver your answers with poise and confidence to the admiration of your interviewers. Tip number 3, no matter how good or qualified you are, never rely on just your knowledge. Go online, Google, study, check out interview questions that are unique to the role you're applying for or the niche you're applying to. In my own case, I was applying to a non-profit organization, and for a role like mine, I needed to do a little more research, because even though I had worked in non-profit for a while now, I have served in different roles. Now, my ability to prove that I can fit into this particular role is very important, and a lot will depend on how I answer the interview questions. Currently, I volunteer as the communications lead for the Canadian Cancer Society Surrey Committee for the CIBC Run for the Cure. A volunteer position, yes, but I had 2 major interviews before I got that role, and each of these interviews was no less than an hour. For a volunteer position, yes, I agree. But guys, the questions I answered to get that role are probably or most likely not going to be the same questions I'm going to answer to get this role. We also have to understand that in this part, there are terms and ways interviewers expect you to answer questions to show that you actually qualify and you understand what is expected of you. Now, do I qualify for the role? Yes. Can I do the job well? Yes, yes, yes. But I haven't gotten the job yet. So, as an immigrant, I need to do my research to understand what works in this part and be able to use the right terms, the right language to show myself qualified. Trust me, Google and YouTube are your best resources for that. Tip number 4, guys. Oh my God, if you're going for an interview, be it Zoom or live, show up strong. Show up strong, guys. See, if you're dealing with stuff or having any kind of mental issues, don't go for an interview. Reschedule. If you can reschedule it, reschedule it. If you cannot reprogram your mindset for the best outcome, guys, this tip is the most important for me. Very important. You have to be able to say to yourself, I'm going for this interview with high energy, high excitement, all smiles, I'm bringing this back home. If you cannot do this, guys, it's very important. Even though you're scared, but with the right mindset, and you show up strong, oh my God, your interviewer will be excited to look forward to want to work with you. You'll end up having more of a chat session than an interview. So this tip, very important. So guys, don't forget, show up strong, high energy, bright smiles, beautiful colors. I love bright colors. It helps my mood. If you're a lady, simple and classy makeup, be on point. And trust me, see how your confidence will be all over the roof. And see how the interview flows. Man, when you have confidence and you can keep your head up and the poise is on point, forget, you will remember everything you need to say. You will remember all the answers and answer your questions properly. So don't forget that tip. Show up strong. Tip number 5, guys. Even though it's an interview, I advise that you make sure it ends with a call to action. By that I mean, you should also have your own questions ready that you're going to ask your interviewers, because you also need to know if this job is a good fit for you, if the company is a good place for you to work in, and also you need to also know if they're going to get back to you. For me, that is very important. I don't believe in doing an interview and then I will now go home and then I'll start having high blood pressure because I don't know if they're going to call me tomorrow, if I'm going to get the job, if I did not qualify, if I didn't answer answer my questions well. So it is important that you have your questions ready, and the most important one at the end is that you're able to ask them, when do I expect to hear back from you? If they like you, if they're considering you, they'll tell you things like, we should get back to you in a couple of days. If they're not considering you, they'll say something like, only qualified candidates will be contacted. Whatever. At least at the end, you will know if you're to be excited, if you're to pray harder, or if you're to move on. Back to my Zoom interview. We chatted a little bit before we went into the interview proper. I'm going to do a video on interview questions and how to answer them properly. But before then, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, can you hit the subscribe button now? Please like this video and kindly share it to help someone out there. So at the end of the Zoom interview, I asked, when do I expect to get a feedback from them? And then I was told, well, there were other people that had applied for the role, and so they should get back to me in about 3-5 days after they had interviewed others. Good. So they know that I was expecting a feedback, and even if it was to say no, they know they owe me to get back to me. Okay, but in almost like 2 weeks later, I got a mail, second interview. But this time I was also told I will be interviewed by 4 people. So I needed to do more research. I went online, researched more on the company, the board members, every member of staff, and those likely to interview me. Tip number 6, arrive early and be prepared. You need to give enough room for unexpected occurrence. So endeavor to leave for your interview and arrive earlier than expected if possible. This gives the very first and important impression that you are punctual and you're also responsible. Also, do not try to arrive for your interview at exactly the time of the interview. No, stuff happen. You can miss your way, you can probably have issues on the road, or have problems trying to find a spot for parking. So all these things and things you need to factor into your plan, and make sure you arrive earlier, relax, spend some time, and then walk in smartly a few minutes before your interview. Dress smart. If you're a lady, makeup should be simple and classy, not loud. Smile. Be full of confidence. Everyone on the interview panel wants to be sure you can fit that role confidently, and everything about your countenance will tell that. Okay guys, so I'm ready to go. I did a very simple makeup, as you can see. Very simple, very light, and I am semi casual, semi corporate. Yeah, I guess. And I need to do a quick stop and then touch up my nails because my nails are looking really bad. And then okay, go ahead, wish me luck. Guys, I'm so nervous. It's almost time for me to go in. I have to pay for parking, so I'm trying to buy some time so that when I pay for parking, know that yes, I'm not just, I would have gone in much earlier, but I want to be able to pay for parking that would at least, take me for 1 hour from the time I leave the car to probably after the interview. And if the interview goes beyond 1 hour, then I will need to probably take a risk on it. So I've just been in the car trying to read, prayer. I'm really scared. I have coffee, but I'm not taking coffee because I don't want anything that's going to make me very anxious or make me really nervous. I need to stay calm, and I have very crazy anxiety issues. So when I get out, I'll take my coffee. I haven't had anything today, but I'm good. I'm fine. I'm just really nervous, as you can tell. Pray for me. Okay guys, it was a good one. I was pretty nervous, but yes, we're done. We finished in record time, about 35 minutes to 40 minutes. Everyone asked me a question. It was about 12 questions, and then some more, and then we're done. So now we wait for them to get back to me. Okay, so wish me luck. Tip number 7, be sincere. When you ask questions, make sure what you say is true and nothing but the truth. Do not tell lies. That's a ticket to losing that opportunity. And your interviewers can see right through you. You want to gain the trust of these people because giving you the job means you're going to be part of the team. And they want to be sure they can trust you with information, with tasks, with projects, and that you're someone that would always be truthful to the team. If you tell lies and they find out, you are never getting that job. And you don't want to blow this opportunity. I remember one very significant question I was asked. And I knew it had a lot to do with this role I was applying for, but I was not ready to lie about it. I can fit into this role properly. I have everything it takes to handle this role properly and deliver it very well. But I'm not very good with the MS Excel program or the Microsoft Outlook. So when one of the interviewers asked me, I knew that I had done so well all along the interview, but this question could probably mar everything. So carefully I replied, I am not very good with the MS Excel program, but I am ready to learn and I'm also a very fast learner. So guys, at the end of this interview, I asked my own questions, especially my call to action question, which is very important. When do I get a feedback? That is telling them they have an action they need to carry out to make sure they get back to me, because I am expecting to hear back from them. So I was told in about 3 to 5 days we're going to get back to me. But shockingly, in about 2-3 days, I got another mail inviting me for a third interview and a skills assessment. Oh my word. A third interview and a skills assessment. Whew. I'm a very nervous person. Forget all this razzmatazz. At this point, I became very nervous. But YouTube is always your go-to. I dived right into YouTube, studied MS Excel, morning, night, and day. My kids were like, Mom, you need to take it easy. They were literally monitoring me all over the house. I was on the computer every now and then. Guys, I'm glad I told them the truth. But at this point, I also needed to do my own part. Sincerely, the past 48 hours have been crazy for me. Like, I've literally been juggling between trying to do my own personal businesses, personal stuff, and trying to prep for this third level of interview. I am glad, I'm excited I got to this point, but I was really so scared. When I got the letter about the third interview invite and skills assessment, I was really worked up. It's been a crazy weekend. 3 kids, not feeling too well. D4 fell, broke her lip. So juggling between being a mother, being an entrepreneur, and also prepping for this interview, trust me, forget about the makeup. I am really exhausted, but I'm glad. I had to do YouTube back to back, study through the night. I've been studying all morning, and yes, now we're done. Guys, let's wait. At this point, I can only wait, cross my fingers, and hope I get that positive reply in the mails. Thank you guys. I love you all. So at the end of the third interview, I did my skills assessment and I left. I got a call a couple of days later saying, I got the job. I got hired, guys. I got hired, guys. I got hired, guys. I got hired, guys. I'm so emotional because sometimes these things seem like they can't happen, but they sure do happen. You just need to have faith, do your part, do your homework, trust God, trust the process, and trust me, you will get it. I got hired. Enough of the motivational talk. I got hired. Guys, always remember, whenever the question of integrity comes up, directly or indirectly, do not disappoint. It's very important. And that's how I landed my first full-time white-collar job in North America. Hey guys, please, when you see me on the road, I'm not a working class lady. Like, I wake up every morning, I make breakfast, I pack my lunch bag. Even though I like it or not, I have to wake up at 5 a.m. because I gotta go to work. Man, You guys didn't tell me, those of you doing full-time job, you didn't tell me it's not that easy. Oh. I don't know this entrepreneurial journey and the white collar job together. Man, I gotta ask for the grace of God, but I am so glad. I'm so glad. That's how I landed my first white collar full-time job. Okay, guys, it's been a wonderful episode. As always, I loved every bit of sharing that experience with you all. I also want to let you know that I'm sure today you learned something very unique, and everything I've shared with you is relative, can come in handy for you in any part you find yourself. It doesn't matter the country, the province, it doesn't matter your location or whatever part of the world you are in. Everything I've shared with you can come in handy when it comes to looking for a job and landing your dream job. So please let me know in the comment section your experiences with getting a white collar job, the good, the bad. Is there something significant you learned today? You know, something cool that you really learned from Matilda? Please drop it in the comment section. You know that your comments keep me going on this channel. You know I'm always pumped and excited to read your comments, and I always reply. So please drop it in the comment section. And while at it, guys, please now hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and please share this video. You and I know someone out there needs to get part of the information I have shared with you all today. So please kindly share this video. And hey, don't forget, be you. Be you. Be happy. Stand out. You are you. It doesn't matter your color, your race, whatever. You are you. And there are no two yous in the world. And your you is unique. I'm still your girl, Matilda Williams Obiajiwa, and as always, I love you all.